Hello everybody, Marlene, aka Snowgarner307. We are here for our grocery haul this week. We've got our grocery haul, we've got what we ate this last week, as well as our meal plan for this week. And you guys, we have joined the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge, and we are on week 8 of this challenge. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The first thing that I wanted to talk about was our rules. The Three Rivers Pantry Challenge, the first rule that she has is that you set your own rules, and I absolutely love that. So we actually started this 2 weeks before Three Rivers started her challenge. We started in the middle of December. So our first rule for our family is spend no more than $10 a week on groceries. Number 2 is focus on dairy and fresh produce for the $10. 3 is meal plan from pantry and freezers. 4 is document my pantry and freezers before and after the challenge. 5 is be 100% transparent and real. 6 is use my prepper pantry budget only in the event of amazing sales. And so each month I've still given myself a little bit of money to spend. In February it's $100. In January it was $100. In December I didn't give myself any prepper pantry money. And then the last one is to give myself grace. So let's go ahead and talk about what our weekly meal plan is. Here is week 8's meal plan. So we're going to go ahead and do some spaghetti. I've got some brioche bread that is in the freezer taking up space that I got on clearance. So we're going to go ahead and make a garlic cheesy bread with that. On Tuesday, we're going to go ahead and do some cheeseburger, and we'll probably do bacon cheeseburgers because we've got some leftover bacon in the fridge. We're going to go ahead and do some tots and some mac and cheese because we've got a lot of that on our shelf. Then we're going to go ahead and do leftovers on Wednesday. We're going to go ahead and do tuna melts on Thursday. We're probably just going to eat some chips with that. I've got some pork cube steak in my freezer that was on a great sale. So we're going to go ahead and do some pork fried steaks with that, with mashed potatoes and a salad. And then on Saturday, we're going to go ahead and do some biscuits and gravy and some fried eggs with some leftovers on Sunday. So this next week, you guys, I will be making homemade hamburger buns for the first time, and I'll be making biscuits. And I have made biscuits before, but we're going to be doing a couple extra things. So let's go ahead and get into the grocery haul. So here's our grocery haul right here. Nothing too large or happening. We were completely out of eggs, and my store is one of the stores that it's either hit or miss for eggs. So we went ahead and got 2 dozen eggs, and they were $1.99. So not an awful price, but not amazing. The salad was on sale for $2, and I actually wanted to get a bag of spinach, but they were all gone. And then the tomatoes were on sale as well, and so were the cucumbers, but of course I left my receipt over here, so let's go ahead and grab it. So the tomato, they were on sale for $1.48 a pound, and so this tomato was 77 cents. That's going to be delicious on our burgers tonight. The cucumber was on sale for 78 cents. And then I went ahead and grabbed one of the corn muffin mix because we're really loving that corn casserole. I should have grabbed 2 of the corn casserole mixes because I didn't spend all my money. So let's go ahead and grab our sheet right here where we've got all of our totals right here. And I'll go ahead and try to write and film at the same time. I'm not the best at this right here, but I do have my total written down already. So I spent $8.32. And I wish I would have done better at keeping track of my prices, because I probably would have went ahead and got another corn muffin mix, or I would have gotten a cottage cheese. I didn't have it on my list, but I should have. Now, you guys, I do have to tell you that we have spent some money on the prepper pantry. So let me go ahead and show you that next. Here is what we have for our prepper pantry. I will let you guys know that our green beans, we only had a few cans of green beans left, and these were on sale for 74 cents a can. That's pretty good in our area. I only got 6 cans of green beans and 6 cans of the sweet cream style corn. And normally I only keep a couple cans of cream corn in there because it's not our favorite. But again, corn casserole, now that we know we like those. So I got 6 of each of those. Butter, you guys, we're almost out of. And normally I wait for butter to go under $3 a pound. It was on sale this week for $3.49. So I went ahead and picked up 5 pounds of butter. Now, when it goes under $3, which I know it will, you guys, I'm probably going to pick up about 20 pounds of butter to go into our freezers. And then I went ahead and picked up some of the generic brownie mix. Now, I didn't realize that the only ones they had left was the dark chocolate, but these were on sale for 99 cents. And we tried the milk chocolate this Christmas, and they were absolutely amazing. We did little brownie bites with them, super yummy. So those are going into the prepper pantry as well. And then at my store, when I spent $15, I got this package of cookies for free. So this package of cookies was free. And then all of this is going into the prepper pantry. And did I need the brownies? No, but they're 99 cents, and I don't think I have any in my pantry, and I don't know when they're going to go on sale again. I did need the butter, and the green beans are almost out. And so, here I stand justifying to you guys, and I know I don't have to, but I spent $31.28 on these items right here. So let's go ahead and add that to our prepper pantry total right here. And so, of course, this is a new month, so we actually have $100. So we spent $31.28 out of our budget. So now, you guys, it's time to share with you what we made the past week for meals, for extra things. If I did any canning, any baking, anything like that, this is where I include it. So let's get started. So here I show you what our meal plan looked like last week. We usually have changes. Sometimes you'll see that from week to week, I may have showed you something last week, and then this week it was totally different. One example here is it shows sausages on Saturday. I'm going to give you guys a spoiler alert. We did not have sausages. So we had leftovers 2 days. We had a stew, we had pizza, we had salad, we had sandwiches, and we had some nachos. So love simple things that are easy to make for both my husband and I because of our working schedules. So on Monday, we had leftovers and we had yummy tacos because we still had taco shells and taco meat. On Tuesday, I made our favorite Big Mac salad. It is so delicious. And on Tuesday, we did nachos because we had taco meat left over. And you guys, we also had Velveeta cheese to make queso. And my husband prefers fresh jalapenos with his nachos, while I prefer, that's right, cowboy candy with mine. So my hubby and I, we share this big plate of nachos. And then, you guys, I went ahead and did a bonus this week. I canned up some rhubarb barbecue sauce. And what you see me grinding up here are some raisins. And then in my big pot, I have got rhubarb that I harvested this last year. I went ahead and froze it. It is amazing to make sauces, desserts, all of that. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in the raisins. I can tell you guys, I did a little bit too much raisins this time. It was what I had left in the bag, and I was like, oh, I think it will be fine. The sauce definitely has a raisin flavor. So if you don't like raisins, make sure you don't overdo it, kind of like I did in this recipe right here. Then, of course, sugar, because it is a barbecue sauce. Now, this called for brown sugar, but why make brown sugar when I can add white sugar and molasses right to it? Super easy. I want to give a huge shout out to my friend Becky over at Acre Homestead, because she's the one that gave me the idea of why bother making the brown sugar if you're just going to mix it up. And then we're going to go ahead and add some onion in here. And I probably should have added a little bit more onion, but that's what I had. We're going to go ahead and add some vinegar. This is a vinegar-based sauce, so it can be water bath canned. Then we're going to go ahead and stir this up, and then we're going to bring it to a boil. After we bring it to a boil and let it cook down a little bit, we're going to go ahead and add some of our spices. But you can see here that we have got a great consistency of raisins, rhubarb, and onion. So here's what it looks like as it's starting to cook down. And here's what it sounds like when it is cooking. And then here, I'm sorry, you guys, it was super hot. We're going to add some canning salt. We're going to do some black pepper. And then I'm going to go ahead and also do some red pepper flakes. I will let you guys know that before we jar this up, we do taste it. Then we're going to do smoked paprika. And we're also going to do regular paprika as well. I put those two close. What's going in right here is regular paprika. So I acted like I did both of those at the same time. I did not. There's that paprika. And so both kinds of paprika. And the recipe came from a ball canning book, you guys. It's called Victoria sauce. However, I changed it to more of a savory barbecue sauce. And so I'm going to go ahead and add some ground mustard. And Becky is the one that encouraged me to try some different spices with this. So I'm super excited I did. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some celery salt. And this is one of those sauces that you can just make it whatever your palate tastes like. And so we're going to go ahead and let that cook down. You can see how much this is cooked down. Now we're going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes with the sauce or with the spices in it. And then here is our finished sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and take my immersion blender and blend it all up and make it all smooth. This sauce turned out so amazing. It turned out so amazing, you guys, that after I canned it, you're going to see a recipe that I used right after. So here, look at how nice and thick this sauce is. You can see what an amazing barbecue texture this is. And I think I got it pretty smooth. I see a couple chunks, but that's just fine. And of course, this is not a canning video, you guys. But of course, I'm putting it into my jars. And this was a double batch, just so you guys know. And then here it is on my canning shelf, all done and labeled. We've got 2 different spots that this is, and we've got the sauce from this year, and I had 1 jar left from June of 2022, so it was time to make it. And then next, you guys, we're going to go ahead and make pizza. It's pizza night, and I love making my own pizza dough. And this is some of our toppings. We're going to be doing a barbecue chicken pizza, hence the barbecue sauce for the Rhubarb BBQ. And then we are also going to be making my husband's favorite pizza second. So the first one that I'm going to go ahead and make is the barbecue chicken. And you guys, when I ate this, I also added some jalapeno candy to the top of it. And I love eating my pizza with ranch. Anybody else out there eat ranch with your pizza? Or is it just me? So this dough, you guys, absolutely amazing. It's the same one I always make. And we sometimes will do a stuffed crust pizza. If we do a stuffed crust pizza, we'll get 1 really large pizza. If we do 2 pizzas, you can see that it is probably about a good size medium. So here I am. I'm just putting my rhubarb barbecue sauce on top of my crust. You guys, when I make pizza, I don't know about you guys, but I measure with my heart. So I just put however much sauce I want on there. And then we had some leftover chicken from the whole chicken that we had done. So this is mostly dark meat. I did go ahead and put a little bit of barbecue sauce in with the chicken, just so my chicken wasn't too dry. And then I'm so excited to add another element from my canning shelf. I'm going to go ahead and top this with some pickled onions. That's right, these are from my canning shelf as well. You also could have put cowboy candy right on it. And so I just went ahead. I didn't want to make it too oniony. And really, I mean, when you're making a pizza, it just depends on what you want. I was also thinking some pepperoncini would have been delicious on this pizza as well, and some olives. I think the salt from the olives would have been great for the barbecue sauce because the barbecue sauce is pretty dang sweet. So of course, we're adding some cheese. And we add quite a bit of cheese to our pizzas. Now, this mozzarella here is mozzarella that my husband fresh grated. And so it melts so much better on our cheese pizzas. However, sometimes we don't have time to grade cheese. So we do buy bagged cheese as well. But I wanted to make sure that there was enough cheese for both pizzas, and I didn't want to take another mozzarella out. So in order to make some cheese stretch and also to add some flavor, we're going to go ahead and add some store-bought cheese to the top. And this is just, I think it's a Colby Jack blend is what I'm going to go ahead and add on the top here. And so we're going to go ahead and do some more cheese. I just find a little bit of cheddar or a little bit of different cheese just adds such a great flavor. Now it's on to my husband's favorite pizza. And you guys, this is home canned pizza sauce here. And so I love canning up my own pizza sauce. This was actually a jar that didn't seal. So it came out of the freezer. But all the rest of my pizza sauce is on my canning shelf. And I wish I would have done more of the really small jars because one pizza just takes 1 little jar of sauce. And I save so much money doing this. Oh, there's another home canned thing. These are home canned mushrooms. And you guys, canning mushrooms is so easy. And all that is in this is mushrooms, water, and a little bit of salt. So I know exactly what I'm putting on my pizza. These have such a good flavor since they're not in that can from the store. Then we've got some Italian sausage here. When I brown up sausage, I typically brown up the whole container. But for a pizza, we actually only need about half. So whenever I make pepperoni pizza or when I make this pizza, I get to make 2 pizzas with cooking the sausage once. And then we've got some pepperoni. And this pepperoni I actually got on clearance at Smith's, and it was 99 cents a pack. So I bought, I think, like 20 packs and threw them in the freezer because they do just amazing in the freezer. My husband likes a lot of pepperoni, as you guys are going to see. And this is the natural pepperoni. And it's pretty good, but if you're expecting Hormel pepperoni out of this, boy, you're going to be surprised. And then, of course, it's time for cheese. So this pizza right here is mushroom, sausage, and pepperoni. And sometimes we add onions and peppers, or we'll add olives, things like that. But this is my husband's favorite. Another thing I love on pizza is some pickled jalapenos. Oh my goodness, so, so delicious. Whenever I run out of the jar of jalapenos that I have that are just regular pickled, I'm going to go ahead and pickle up some of my own and put them on the canning shelf. But you guys, I bought a huge jar from Sam's Club. So those aren't going to need to be made for a long time. And you can see this is the end of my mozzarella cheese right here. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of the Colby Jack because that is not near enough cheese. And of course, cheese, that's one of the things that I definitely measure with my heart. Now, I like lots of cheese, but I don't like so much cheese that you can't taste what else is on the pizza. And you guys, 2 pizzas fit in my oven. We do one on probably about a middle rack and one towards the bottom. And if you have a hard time with your baking, just rotate them. So here are our pizzas. There is our barbecue chicken pizza with the onions on it. Oh, so yummy. It got done a little bit before this pizza did here. And this was my second pizza, so the oven was nice and hot. So it got a little bit crusty. Then on Friday, here we are. We're going to do beef stew and biscuits. This was a can of biscuits. This beef stew came off of my canning shelf, you guys. Let's look all the way up at the top. You can see right up there, the beef stew. What I did is I added a cup of brown gravy. I put this into a pan. I made 1 cup of brown gravy out of the gravy mix that I get from Sam's Club. Perfect dinner for my husband and I. A quart jar is perfect for 2 people. And then we have to eat some leftovers. So Saturday we had a lot of pizza left. You can see I added jalapenos. And then my hubby made some cookies, but he forgot to turn the flash on there. So he is making peanut butter cookies. And this is a recipe out of my grandma's cookbook. So that is the one that he chose to do. And then it's time for grilled ham and cheese. And this is my husband cooking right here. He loves cooking in cast iron, and these are the world famous grilled cheese, you guys. And the secret is the cheese on the outside too, and look at that yummy cheese. So we finish it off with some tomato soup. So good. All right, everybody, that's it for week 8 of our pantry challenge. Thanks for joining us today, and until we see you next week, remember to keep on smiling. Bye, everybody.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun.